Frey, and I'm the 3D Systems Global Category Manager for Software, and I want to thank you for joining today's webinar, introducing our upcoming announcement of Geomagic for Solidworks 2019. A few housekeeping items before we get started. As you may have noticed, all attendees' lines were muted upon joining the webinar. Therefore, please use the Q&A button on your screen to submit any questions as we go along, and we will take time at the end of the webinar to address any questions that were submitted. Also, we will be recording this webinar and distributing the recording to all of you, as well as those that were unable to attend. Once again, thank you for joining us today. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Mike Sang, Product Manager for Geomagic Scan Products, as he will be leading today's presentation. Mike, it's all yours.
Hey Adam, thanks for the introduction. Hello everyone, my name is Mike Sang, and I'm the Product Manager of Scan Software at 3D Systems. Today I'm happy to share information on the release of our new version of Geomagic for Solidworks. Before I jump into what's new in version 2019, I wanted to quickly provide an overview of where the plugin stands in 3D Systems solutions for 3D manufacturing. 3D Systems provides not only software, but also services, materials, and hardware to help drive solutions for 3D manufacturing. With design softwares, 3D printers, materials research, and much more, we provide a comprehensive solution for the digital manufacturing workflow. Now within the software portfolio, we have products that also cover the manufacturing workflow. From design to inspection, 3D Systems software enables a faster path to production. And of course, one of those products is Geomagic for Solidworks, the only comprehensive plugin that provides integrated scanning, probing, as well as mesh modeling and verification tools, all within the Solidworks environment. And the plugin achieves this by augmenting the well-known workflow that CAD designers are familiar with. We provide the tools to digitize, then users can leverage the SOLIDWORKS modeling tools to design their parts. We provide the verification, then everything else is business as usual within the SOLIDWORKS environment with drawings, assemblies, and more. This year, we're releasing a new version of the plugin with enhancements to the UI UX, to importing and scanning capabilities, as well as new tools to aid in the modeling workflow. Let's take a look at all these items in more detail. The first item to review in 2019 is the refreshed ribbon. There's added support for high-resolution screens on the new icons, and of course, the new color scheme makes it much easier to identify Geomagic tools from SOLIDWORKS tools. This is especially helpful for when you've created your own custom ribbon or toolbar. A small but useful change is the inclusion of the commands within the Tools menu. Now you can access all the commands from the menus instead of the ribbon if desired. We've also added links to our help document and the support site for convenience. Now we'll move to improvements to importing and scanning. We've improved the compatibility for importing points. We've added new file formats such as XYZ and PTS. We've also added the ability to import any ASCII format point file. You can designate the order of XYZ, IJK, and RGB and import the file using the Geomagic plugin. Additionally, we've updated the compatibility of direct scanning and probing with these common hardware devices. One of the biggest enhancements this year is the ability to directly scan into SOLIDWORKS with a color scanner. Geomagic for SOLIDWORKS 2019 is now compatible with Pharaoh's Prism scan arms, allowing you to digitize with color information. This added benefit can give users additional context and clarity during their designing process. Another improvement related to integrated scanning and probing is the new probe point command. Users can now quickly and easily capture a single probe point. This point could represent the center of a hole, a point to extrude up to, or the building blocks for more complex geometry. The next set of features I'll demo from within the application, so let's bring up SOLIDWORKS 2019. Here you can see we have a model that may require high quality surfaces as the output. And while cross-section and lofts can achieve a lot, sometimes you need to use points and splines to fit a surface. So using the new extract reference point, I'm going to go ahead and quickly create some reference points from the mesh. I just simply click directly onto the mesh object, and you can see the points show up on the screen. Once I'm satisfied with the positioning of those points, I can just hit check, and you can see the points are created. Now with these points, I can go ahead and create splines to create the surface that I may want. Let's go ahead and show that. Create a 3D sketch, use the spline tool, and I'll just throw on some splines right on top of those reference points that I've created. Okay, now I'm going to leave these two middle points by themselves for now. And I'll accept it and exit out. And you can see the 3D sketch there. Now with this 3D sketch, I could go ahead and use Solidworks Filled Surface command. Simply click on there, hit check. Let me go ahead and hide the mesh here. And we can see that a surface is created. We can turn on things like zebra maps to see how well the curvature is, or the quality of the surface, as well, of course, the curvature analysis tools to take a look at curvature. Now, an additional thing that we can do now that we have Geomagic plugin is also take a look at the deviation from the scan data. So if we jump over to Geomagic for SolidWorks, click on deviation analysis and select that surface, we can quickly see how well that surface fits to the part. Now maybe in the middle here we may want to improve the accuracy. You can see that's slightly yellowish. And this is where we can go ahead and use those 2 points in the middle. So if we go ahead and exit out, let's go ahead and edit this surface feature, and under constraints I can just simply click on those 2 points. As I do so, of course the surface will update. Now of course I can add many more points and click those, but for this demonstration I'm going to keep it simple. Hit check, and then again we'll take a look at the deviation analysis, and you can see that everything's much more in green. So we can go ahead and use that function to be able to balance between accuracy and quality of a surface using the new extract reference point command and SolidWorks surfacing tools. The next feature that I want to show is the new edit scans command. Before, when you wanted to maybe remove the floor of an item after scanning, you had to do it one by one by clicking onto an object and hitting edit. This would allow you to go ahead and select parts of the scan, such as this, to be able to remove the floor. However, with 2019, we now have the edit scans command, which will allow you to select multiple scan objects to go ahead and do those type of edits. So instead of doing it one by one, we can now do it to all the scans at the same time. This should considerably speed up your mesh processing workflows. And the final feature that I wanted to share was simply the ability to view and hide color textures. Here you can see we have a color scan of a larger pipe rim, and we can easily show and hide the texture information by going to the show and going to object textures. And this toggle allows you to toggle on and off texture view. And as I explained before, you can scan directly with color information, or import files that have color information. Those could be OBJ, PLY, etc., and directly import and view it within Solidworks. And with that, of course, comes a little bit more clarity and context when viewing the scene as you design around it. And that sums up the major new features for Geomagics for SOLIDWORKS 2019. Before we go, I also wanted to share more information. Beta testing is available. You can contact us for a link and we can provide you with information on how to download and try out Geomagics for SOLIDWORKS 2019 for yourself. General availability is expected in early March, so you won't have to wait too long to get your hands on the next version. Finally, if you happen to be going to SOLIDWORKS World, please visit us. We'll be there at the booth number 422. Additionally, you can meet me because I'll be hosting a breakout session titled What's New with Geomagic, 3D Scan Data, and SOLIDWORKS. This will be on Wednesday at the 8:30 session. Hope to see you there.